Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And we have rainy today. And I think it's supposed to hit 44. And then tomorrow it's going to plummet. And then it's going to be warm. And then it's going to plummet. Just the kind of weather where everybody gets sick. So we'll see how much rain we get today. I don't think it's supposed to be a whole lot, 0.2, but it's as long as it's warm enough so that it doesn't all turn to ice. That would be great. There's my request. We'll see what happens. Good morning, Jo Neal. Good morning. Hope all is well with you. So we have a cool card today from the Allowing Prayers deck. And I'm going to have multiple opportunities today to do exactly what this card is suggesting. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome. Practical Rebels starting to roll in. This is good. So let's see how these questions might fit for your day as well. Good morning, Barb. Welcome. Glad you're here. And Carolyn, hello. And Miss Piggy and Kermit. All the necessary players. Hello, Nancy. Welcome. Everybody rolling in here. Our Practical Rebels. Such a good group. Good morning, Mel. And she's greeting all the Practical Rebels. Gotta love it. So, let me see. What else needs to be said? Oh, that feels good. All right, let's all take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Now we're going to switch it up. In through the mouth. Out through the nose. In through the mouth. Out through the nose. Now, in through the nose, out through the nose, and in through the mouth, out through the mouth. What do you notice about those? First thing I always notice is the volume of air I can take in through my mouth is significantly greater than what I can take in through my nose. So oftentimes I become a mouth breather because I'm trying to take in more air. So you get rain in the day and snow in the night. I think we're just supposed to get the rain. I think it's supposed to stay warm enough that it's the rain. Hopefully so, because otherwise we get the ICE word. And that's never good in any of its iterations. No ice. There we go. So, little tapping. Pick your spot. I was noticing, in case any of you have grandbabies or kids who are younger, that Jessica Ortner of Tapping fame has a recording. I think it's a recording or it's a book, one of the two, coming out directly for children. And she's sad because it's not going to make it in time for Christmas, but you can pre-order anyway. So you there too? Okay. Yep. So everybody's getting weather today. So, but I just thought that was awesome that they have one geared directly toward children. They've got a lot of audios for children, and they've been teaching it in schools, which I think is amazing, because emotional regulation, what a gift it is when we can emotionally regulate, right? When we can stay magnanimous in the face of whatever life is unfolding for us, not to us or at us, for us. Although oftentimes it feels like to us and at us. Another breath. Oh, that feels so good. So, our card deck today, the Allowing Prayers deck by Siobhan Nash. 57 invitations to spark a conversation with your soul. And as I've said, I think 2026 is the year of diving deep, and it is also the year where all kinds of unfolding is going to be happening. This 2025, wait, bide time, be patient, it's all coming, hang in there, is just about done. And 2026 is going to usher in, all right, it's time for you to move. It's time for you to do the things. Here's your next step, etc., etc., etc. So, our card, allow expression. Oh, first I want to show you the little bird sitting on the front. Love that. Allow expression. So, excuse me, still have the frog. Oh my goodness, I was at a meeting yesterday. There were probably 45 people there. And the poor woman who was having to lead had almost no voice. So, sending good juju to Rachel's voice. Boy, she was just a frog. So, our first question, and if some of you will put it in the feed, that would be fabulous. The more of you who put it in the feed, the better, I think, because then as people are scrolling and it comes up and they see the same words over and over, they might go, what the heck are they talking about? And they might watch the video. First question is, how have you been holding back from fully expressing your true self? How have you been holding back from fully expressing your true self? And one of the pieces for me that came into alignment several times recently is that idea, I thought it was a good thing, and maybe it does have some payoffs, but the message to me was, really take a look at this, Bonnie. Really do a deep dive into this. And that is weighing my words, choosing very carefully how I say what to whom, because I've been trying to deliver things in a way. Thank you, Mel. Greatly appreciate it. Good morning, Abigail. Welcome. Glad to see you popping in here. I did it out of that desire to have people receive the message, for them to be able to hear the message. So I will edit how I say things depending on who I'm talking to. However, the nudge over the past several months has been, yeah, Bon, you might want to take a look at that. Is that really serving you? Or are you meant to be saying it the way you would say it, and it then will be received by the people who are meant to get your message, that message, the message that comes through? If you say it in a particular way and someone doesn't hear it, they're not meant to get it from you. Maybe they're not meant to get it at all. So maybe we all want to kind of take a look at is how we are saying something. How much energy are we putting into trying to find just the right words so that Joe Blow or Jane Doe hears what we say? Now, I understand when it's your life partner or it's your coworker or it's your parent or your child, there is the desire to do that because they're in your orbit. They're tightly in your orbit. There we go. Asking Archangel Michael for help with the words. Yes. And sometimes I've said, okay, give me how you want me to say this. Blah, blah. I mean, there's times when one piece that I know needs examining is I have a pretty healthy vocabulary. And when there is a 50-cent word that is spot on, I want to use that one. I don't want to have to use 5 words that don't even come close to what that one word really means. But I've gotten the feedback from people, when you use those 50-cent words, it turns people off. But again, maybe those aren't the people who are meant to be hearing those particular words through this physical vehicle. Maybe they're supposed to hear their words from other people. I'm one of those people that if someone uses a word that I don't know, I'm going to go look it up. And Randy Rainbow, when he does his videos, he's got a pretty extensive vocabulary too. And oftentimes if he is singing something or he puts a word out there and he knows it's one of those words, he'll look at the camera and he'll go, look it up. So I kind of like that. Look it up. There's words I have to look up. Oh, there's that word. I wonder what that one means. I even get a couple of those emails that have a word of the day. And oftentimes I know what they are, but sometimes I don't. And then I'm going to open that up and check it out. Check it out. To me, that's a call to stretch myself to grow. That's not, I'm going to fling around big words to try to make you feel stupid. That's not at all what that's about. You can't help knowing what you know. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. And it's not meant to alienate people. But if someone says to me, well, what does that even mean? You know, you used the word magnanimous before. What does that even mean? And then I can say, oh, I had to look it up because I wanted to know what was the difference between equanimity and magnanimity. And I had to look it up. But it was worth my time and energy to do that, to look it up, because I gave a shit about that. Other people aren't going to give a shit about that. And that is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So there's our first question. How have you been holding back from fully expressing your true self? Take a breath. Let it go. Here's our second question. What might change if you used your voice in service of yourself? What might change if you used your voice in service of yourself? As I think about it, I think within this household, there'd be more conflict. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Over time, I think people would get used to, yeah, go along to get along. Not anymore. Not anymore. Because look where that has brought us. And look how some of that go along to get along is now breaking down. And coming from the mouths of the people you'd least expect it. Marjorie Taylor Greene, for God's sake. Interesting. Yes. So be the curious observer about all this stuff. We're watching go along to get along, crashing and burning in a big way. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. And it's across the aisle. There's go along to get along in that whole system, right? I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine, blah, blah, blah. So as we watch some things implode, know that what's coming is likely to be the phoenix rising out of the ashes. There need to be the ashes. It's regrettable how some of those ashes are impacting certain people, especially those who can least afford to bear the impact, but crashing and burning nonetheless. What might change if you used your voice in service of yourself? I'm going to expand that last one. What might change if you used your voice in service of yourself and those who have little or no voice? Breathe. Thank you, Mel. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Because as we use our voice in service of ourselves, we will be doing better and better. We will be feeling better and better. We will be energized, empowered, able to do the work we're here to do, whatever your little piece of the work is, whatever my little piece of the work is. Man, at this point, when I get one pocket neighborhood built, I'm going to feel like I accomplished a hell of a lot, given the barriers that are in the way and those who have little or no voice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Many of us had that teaching. Your voice doesn't mean anything. Or the gaslighting. Your voice is wrong. That's not the way it really is. This is how it really is. And they're all going, oh, yeah, the emperor's got new clothes, blah, blah. And I'm the one saying, wait a minute, he's naked. Yeah, it's hard as a kid, especially, to keep your sense of, I know what I'm seeing, I know what I'm hearing. And absolutely true, Beth. Absolutely true. It is so. I said that yesterday to someone, that because I want to live in this pocket neighborhood, it actually is making it harder to advocate for the project because I am going to benefit. Where did we get this warped thinking? Where did we get this warped thinking? Well, I think Carolyn nailed it. There is nothing wrong with us asking for what is going to benefit us as well. That can stand on its own. There we are. So allow expression. How have you been holding back from fully expressing your true self? What might change if you used your voice in service of yourself? Good morning, Janine. Glad you're here. We're just about done, but I'll post the video right away. So this is a good one. This is good grist for our mill. If you are a journaler, these 2 questions would be fabulous to take some time to journal about. You want to dive into things, setting up for 2026, practicing for the deep dives that we are going to be called to do about all of these kinds of things. Seen and not heard back in the day. Absolutely so. No longer. We are the wisdom keepers. We are the crones. We are the wise ones. Our voice needs to be heard. It is a voice of sanity in a time of insanity. For us, think about this. Remember the line of the mothers? I think that was in Portland. The line of the mothers saying, no, we're not doing this anymore. They had strollers. They had, they were a powerful, powerful entity. Think about the boomers. How many boomers are there? If we boomers claim our voice, no, we're not doing this. We're not going there. Yes, it feels so good to speak me. Yes, put it out there. And here's the thing. The more we speak me, the more it gives others permission to do the same. There are millions of people like us who've been taught your voice doesn't matter. When they see some of us claiming our voice and letting others know it does matter, that gives them permission to do the same. Even if they have that initial reaction of, who does she think she is, blah, blah. Because they're probably going to need to go through that, who does she think she is, until they go, and who am I? And who do I want to be? And who am I really? And what do I want to say? If she can say, what do I need to say? Wait a minute, I don't like that. I don't think that works for me. No being the complete sentence. Then we know we're making some headway. So, love to have you think about this. Love to have you throw some more comments in the feed. You guys are doing great today. Lots of good comments. Spark the conversation. We're sparking that conversation with our soul. We're sparking that conversation with each other. Have an awesome Thursday. I'm going to have coffee with some friends this morning. Looking forward to that. And I have yoga again. So we'll see how creaky I am after having missed a couple. But enjoy your day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.